for joining us. I'm Brad Clonch.
And I'm Quin Tran.
The Chickasaw Nation breaks ground on the new Artesian Hotel.
This story takes us to Sulphur, a place that is important to the history of the tribe.
When Chickasaws came to Indian Territory in the 1830s, our tribe was quickly drawn to this area because of this breathtaking natural beauty. This area where healing waters flow naturally out of the earth.
During the groundbreaking ceremony, Governor Bill Anatubby shared the history of the area and of the Artesian Hotel. This is the same spot where the old Artesian Hotel first stood more than 100 years ago. A massive fire burned the hotel to the ground in 1962, and the Artesian Motor Hotel emerged from the ashes. The Chickasaw Nation purchased it in 1972, making it the first business owned and operated by the tribe. At one time, the building served as the tribe's headquarters.
Chickasaw officials and citizens, along with local leaders, gathered to break ground on the new Artesian Hotel in October. The new hotel will resemble the old Artesian, but it will be a 4-story state-of-the-art facility. The hotel will have more than 80 guest rooms, a banquet room, a restaurant, retail space, and a full-service spa. Governor Anatubby says the Artesian Hotel will complement other attractions, including the Chickasaw Cultural Center and the Chickasaw National Recreation Area.
This county and this area is ripe for development. And it's exciting to be able to be part of something that's moving ahead and moving forward and has such great opportunities. And the tourism effort in the state of Oklahoma has been enhanced. There are more opportunities. And I think it's sort of coming alive more now than it's ever come alive.
It has a nice porte-cochere.
Rick Brown is the principal architect with Richard Brown Associates, the Oklahoma City architectural firm that designed the new Artesian Hotel. He says the project has been a wonderful challenge.
We didn't have original drawings, so we were taking pictures and scaling the pictures and trying to figure out how far apart the floors were, and not only recreate the overall detail and scale of the original hotel, but to make it look like, you know, this project could have been here since 1908. That whole experience of being able to not only recreate history for the Artesian Hotel, but to in some way recreate a little bit of my own personal history with this area also. You know, back in the 60s, my dad, my mother used to bring my family to Platte National Park, as it was then called, for family vacations. I mean, it was a great kind of destination area that we used to come to. So I think that's why the ability to create this hotel on the closest commercial lot next to the national park is so poignant for me in a personal way.
We'll have updates on the construction of the new Artesian Hotel over the next several months.
Another project is underway. This one also involves a lot of history. Every year on Veterans Day, the Chickasaw Nation honors Chickasaw veterans by taking them to Washington, D.C. to commemorate the day. It's a time to visit monuments and memorials and to take part in the service. The Chickasaw Nation is now working on a project to interview Chickasaw veterans of World War II and families of World War I veterans and compile their stories into a book.
That generation has really changed the world as we know it. The world would be a different place if it wasn't for the contribution that they made, and so it's very important that we preserve those stories. You can hear the big history, but when you learn about the individual stories, it really makes a difference and really makes you appreciate the contributions they made.
More than 30 Chickasaw veterans have been interviewed so far.
If you'd like to participate in this Veterans Project, call the Chickasaw Nation at this number, 580-310-6451. A bluegrass band entertained visitors during the Harvest Fest celebration held at the Chickasaw White House in Emmett, Oklahoma. There were all kinds of fun period theme activities for children and families. Tours were given of the Chickasaw White House, which was home to Chickasaw Governor Douglas Johnston and his family from 1898 to 1971.
The vision that our leaders had a number of years ago is just carrying on today. And the Chickasaw White House is a legend, will always be here, and it's a symbolic thing that for the people of the Chickasaw Nation to really be proud of.
This was the third annual year for Harvest Fest, a free event for the community.
Children make the holiday season a special time.
A Chickasaw family is celebrating Thanksgiving and Christmas with their newborn. He's the couple's first baby, a first baby in many special ways.
Keeps getting longer, but he's really skinny.
Raisa Ross is eager to find out how much her baby boy has grown. Briar Lane Ross is a special newborn. He's the first baby born at the Chickasaw Nation Medical Center.
It was amazing being the first one. It's so special. It's such a special privilege, I guess you would say. And I know everybody was anticipating him, and we were too, and we were always hoping that he would be the first.
Born on August 3rd, baby Briar weighed 6 pounds, 8 ounces, alert, happy, and hungry.
He is a great baby. He sleeps all night. He doesn't sleep during the day at all. He's really nosy.
He is nosy. He'll take 10-minute naps, and that's it.
Then he looks around
and
all
he
day.
looks around. He has to know what's going on.
The family says their hospital experience was a blessing. The Chickasaw Nation Medical Center features a warm environment for families in a beautiful setting. Each patient gets a private room.
You need your own private room after you've had a baby or any kind of surgery whatsoever. It's so important to be able to have your family, your close family there with you and just be able to recover. My husband was able to stay with me the whole time, which helps a lot. Right after you have a baby and it's your first time, you're not really sure of everything, and they make you feel so comfortable, and if you have a question, they answer it, and they're wonderful. You can't ask for better doctors or nurses here.
Hi.
Hi.
Dr. Stephen O'Grady is baby Briar's pediatrician.
He's doing great.
Good.
He says the new facility has enhanced the quality of care.
The Chickasaw Nation's been very supportive of providing excellent patient care and listening to the physicians about what they need to provide patient care. So I think the community and the states are very lucky to have the Chickasaw Nation here who have placed healthcare as such a high priority.
And that should be good.
It's a high priority for this Chickasaw mother who wants the best health care for her baby.
Our family looks forward to him growing up and coming here as a facility.
Looks like he's doing pretty well.
Because of the doctors and nurses and their exceptional care. I know he'll be taken great care of here, and he'll get the best care here.
The holidays are a time to spend with family and for gift giving.
Here's a sweet idea that makes for a great gift. Bedray chocolates are popular during the holidays, and you can see why. They're especially packaged for the gift-giving season. The factory there in Pauls Valley is very busy this time of year, creating and cooking up delicious chocolates for the season.
These are the Neiman Marcus cans. This one is the white fudge coated potato crisp. And Neiman Marcus every year likes to do a lot of different things, for the holidays, and this is one of their traditional items that they really like. All the way from the end of August all the way up until December is probably our busiest time of the year, and this is when we do a lot of things for bigger companies like Neiman Marcus, Bloomingdale's, and high-end retailers especially.
You can order Bedray chocolates online during the holidays and throughout the year. Just visit www.bedraychocolates.com. A special delivery can be sent to your family and friends. The movie Pearl is released on DVD just in time for the holidays.
Shot in various locations in Oklahoma, the Chickasaw Nation produced the movie to share the life of Pearl Carter Scott.
Here's an inside look of the story.
And go behind the scenes with the actors and crew.
Pearl Carter!
The late 1920s in Oklahoma. Pearl is a movie that takes us back in time to tell the story of Pearl Carter Scott. Pearl is a Chickasaw, the youngest licensed pilot in America.
All quiet, roll sound.
34 Delta, take one.
Here we go, and action.
You take that back.
13-year-old Elijah De Jesus plays the lead character.
I read the script and I'm like, wow, this is a true story, I was kind of really into it. She was the youngest girl the youngest pilot to ever fly in aviation history. Ready, Daddy?
Ready, Peanut.
She drove at 11. She took her daddy with her. She drove her daddy everywhere since he was blind. She always helped him out. And they have this little thing that they always do is they interlock pinkies. And you'll see that in the movie. It's a cute part.
The movie depicts memorable moments in Pearl's life that include meeting Wiley Post and soloing her first flight. Elijah had the challenge of playing the young and older Pearl.
It's an honor to play her because I would never do the things she did at my age. I mean, she was just incredible. She was an incredible girl. I mean, she did it all that most kids don't do, you know? It's just a really amazing story, and to be able to play her, to act her character out, it's a challenge to play older, but it's really a fun job to do because you get to play someone who was so brave and historical.
Making history come to life, the movie was shot in several locations in Oklahoma. Downtown Guthrie was transformed to a 1920s scene.
Take 3.
The movie also cast a young Oklahoma Chickasaw to play the part of Pearl's little sister.
Well, I play Arnita. She's Pearl's younger sister. I have a young facial feature, I guess, and so it's really easy for me to play, and so
real mad at her.
Just know that the people back then in 1920s and stuff were Chickasaw like me, and just to play a Chickasaw part, it's really cool.
Plant those hands.
The experience is also rewarding for another Chickasaw.
They just flew in the air like that.
David Rinke, the movie's producer. On this day, while the crew is shooting at the Harn homestead, David is nearby reviewing hours of scenes already captured. He says the movie, a production of the Chickasaw Nation, promotes cultural pride and history.
You know, the motto of the Chickasaws is unconquered and unconquerable, and Pearl kind of embodies that spirit. It resonates with me personally because I have 3 daughters, and you know, as a father, there's nothing I enjoy more than seeing my daughters take on adventures and succeed at things that give them pleasure and keep them excited about life. So I can definitely identify with Pearl's story because my girls are like that too. And I identify with George, her father, you know, that you don't totally live through your kids, but you derive immense satisfaction and enjoyment from seeing them chase their dreams and reach them.
Once you're up there, you can see how big the sky really is.
When I think about my personal youth, I connect my youth with a beautiful blue sky. And cut!
King Hollis is the movie's director.
There's magic there, there's magic in flight. The idea that we can soar, you know, with the birds and among the heavens. And I want people to enjoy the ride that Pearl enjoyed. Her sense of adventure and her sense of youth. You know, that special time in her life when she took to the sky. And during a time when people weren't flying, and during a time when women were not doing the things they were doing. That's the biggest message, is if you believe in something, go for it, you know, take flight, and that's what Pearl did. You know?
You can learn more about the movie and order the DVD. Just visit www.pearlthemovie.net.
That's all the time we have for this edition of CNTV.
Have a happy holiday season. We'll see you in the new year.